In the vast and varied tapestry of the natural world, one of the most profound mysteries is the length of a life. Some creatures, like the mayfly, experience their entire existence in a single day, a fleeting moment of sun and air. Yet, in the deep, cold oceans, the Greenland shark glides silently through the darkness, potentially living for over 500 years. Why is it that a tiny shrew burns through its life in just over a year, while a magnificent bowhead whale can witness 2 full centuries pass by? This enormous difference in lifespan is not a matter of chance. It is a puzzle written into the very fabric of each animal's being, a story of evolution, survival, and the intricate machinery of life itself. The question of why some animals are granted centuries, while others are given mere months, has fascinated scientists for generations. It is a riddle that touches upon the fundamental processes of aging. Is it simply a matter of size, with larger animals naturally living longer? Or is it something deeper, something hidden within their cells? Recent discoveries are beginning to pull back the curtain on this complex subject. The answers, it seems, are not found in a single magic key, but in a whole suite of biological tools. These tools are shaped by the unique challenges and opportunities each species has faced over millions of years of its evolutionary journey, determining just how long its internal clock is set to run. Consider the stark contrast between the frenetic life of a small mammal and the slow, deliberate existence of a large one. The shrew must eat constantly, its heart beating at a furious pace, its entire life a desperate race against starvation and cold. Its body is a furnace, burning through energy at an incredible rate. On the other hand, a whale moves with a calm and measured grace. Its world is stable, its body a fortress of stored energy. These different paces of life are clues. They hint that the strategy for longevity is not just about avoiding predators, but about managing the internal wear and tear that comes with simply being alive. It is a delicate balance of energy, maintenance, and repair. This exploration takes us deep into the biological code that governs every living thing. We seek to understand the common threads that link the longest-lived creatures, whether they crawl on the seafloor, swim in the abyss, or walk the earth. By comparing the genetic makeup of dozens of species, from the short-lived to the ancient, we can start to identify the patterns that allow for such remarkable endurance. It is a journey into the world of genes, the immune system, and even the size of the brain itself. The secrets to a long life, it turns out, are not so much about slowing down time as they are about building a body that can withstand its relentless march. For a long time, we searched for a single longevity gene, a master switch that could grant a longer life. However, nature is rarely so simple. A groundbreaking study in 2025 has revealed that the secret to a long lifespan is not about one gene, but about entire families of them working together. Researchers found that long-lived mammals possess more copies of specific gene families. Think of it like having a larger, more skilled maintenance crew for a grand old building. Instead of just one janitor, you have teams of specialists, each tasked with a different aspect of upkeep. These gene families provide a more robust and resilient system for keeping the body in good working order over many decades. The most significant of these expanded gene families are those linked to the immune system. This makes perfect sense. A body that is meant to last for centuries must have an exceptionally vigilant defense network. These genes are involved in what we call immune surveillance. They are constantly on patrol, searching for signs of trouble. This includes looking for damaged cells that need to be removed, clearing out cellular debris that can clog up vital processes, and, crucially, identifying and destroying cancer cells at their earliest stages. A long life provides more opportunities for things to go wrong, so a superior defense system is absolutely essential for survival. This genetic toolkit goes beyond just fighting off invaders from the outside. It is also about meticulous internal housekeeping. As an animal lives, its cells divide, and with each division comes the risk of errors or damage. Over time, some cells become old and dysfunctional, a state known as senescence. If these senescent cells are allowed to accumulate, they can release harmful substances that cause inflammation and damage to surrounding tissues, accelerating the aging process. The extra copies of immune-related genes in long-lived species are experts at identifying and clearing away these troublesome cells, helping to maintain the stability and health of tissues for a much longer time. What this tells us is that longevity is a feature of systems-level resilience. It is not about having a slower metabolism or a single clever trick. It is about having a comprehensive, multi-layered system of protection and repair. In humans, we see that these same gene families are not only present, but are also highly active, creating a diverse range of responses to cellular stress. This flexibility allows for a more fine-tuned and effective maintenance program. The blueprint for a long life, therefore, is one that invests heavily in a powerful and sophisticated internal security force, capable of managing the inevitable challenges that come with age. One of the most fascinating discoveries is the strong link between how long an animal can live and the size of its brain relative to its body. This is not simply about being intelligent. A larger, more complex brain is an incredibly demanding organ. It consumes a vast amount of energy, far more than any other tissue of a similar size. To support such an expensive piece of biological machinery over a long lifespan requires an equally sophisticated support system. It seems that the evolutionary paths for a big brain and a long life are intertwined, walking hand in hand through the ages. A species cannot evolve one without also investing in the other. The connection becomes clearer when we look back at the gene families responsible for longevity. Many of the same immune-related genes that are expanded in long-lived animals are also expanded in animals with larger relative brain sizes. This suggests a co-evolutionary relationship. A powerful brain needs a body that can protect it and maintain its complex functions for a very long time. The robust cellular housekeeping and damage control systems that grant longevity are precisely what a high-performance brain requires to operate effectively over a lifetime. You cannot have a fragile, short-lived body supporting a metabolically costly, long-term thinking machine. This makes a great deal of evolutionary sense. A large brain is an investment in the future. It allows an animal to learn, to remember, to solve complex problems, and to navigate intricate social structures. These abilities are most useful if the animal has a long life in which to apply them. What good is the capacity to learn from decades of experience if you only live for 2 years? Therefore, the evolutionary pressure to develop a larger brain would have been accompanied by pressure to develop a body that could last long enough to reap the rewards of that intelligence. The body had to become more durable to justify the brain's expense. So, the brain is not just a passenger along for the ride. It may be one of the drivers of longevity. Its need for a stable, well-maintained internal environment may have spurred the evolution of the very systems that fight aging. The vigilant immune surveillance and cellular repair crews that protect a whale from cancer for 200 years are also protecting its brain, ensuring that this vital command center remains functional. It is a beautiful example of how different biological systems are deeply connected, evolving together to create a successful and enduring life form capable of both thinking and lasting. By studying these long-lived champions of the animal kingdom, we are learning profound lessons about the nature of aging itself. The finding that longevity is tied to a robust immune and cellular maintenance system, rather than a single gene or metabolic rate, shifts our perspective entirely. It suggests that healthy aging is not about stopping a process, but about actively managing it. The bowhead whale and the Greenland shark are not immortal. They are simply masters of repair. Their bodies are in a constant state of diligent upkeep, a continuous process of cleaning, mending, and defending that allows them to withstand the ravages of time for so long. These findings have significant implications for our own health and longevity. They point away from searching for a single fountain of youth pill and toward strategies that support our body's natural maintenance systems. The research highlights the importance of targeting pathways related to immune surveillance and the clearance of cellular junk. This reinforces much of what we are already beginning to understand about healthy living, that factors supporting a healthy immune system and reducing chronic inflammation are key. The secrets of the long-lived animals are not magical, but practical, rooted in the fundamentals of cellular health and resilience. The study also refines our scientific approach. By using advanced methods to compare the genomes of many species and account for their evolutionary relationships, researchers can isolate the signals that truly matter. They discovered that while factors like body mass and reproductive age do correlate with lifespan, they do not drive the specific expansion of these key gene families. This precision allows us to focus our attention on the biological mechanisms that are most directly linked to longevity, separating the primary causes from secondary effects. It provides a clearer roadmap for future research into aging and age-related diseases. Ultimately, the great diversity of lifespans in the animal world is a testament to the myriad ways there are to live a life. From the ephemeral shrew to the ancient sea sponge, each creature's lifespan is a solution to a unique set of evolutionary problems. For those species that evolved large brains and invested in long-term strategies, the solution was to build a more resilient, self-repairing body. They teach us that a long life is not a gift passively received, but an achievement actively maintained. And in their ancient, enduring cells, we may yet find the wisdom to improve the quality and length of our own lives.